So it looks like we got a mini arm race going. The Eagles are signing players. The Cowboys are signing players. All roads lead to Eagles Cowboys Christmas Eve. Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here. So we got the Eagles making moves. We got the Cowboys making moves. All roads point to Dallas on Christmas Eve. Eagles, Cowboys in the showdown of showdown, okay? And the Eagles, they just need to win the next two games. And the NFC conference is clinched. And that's what we need. So Dallas, they need reinforcements. The Eagles, they need to get some guys who are hurt. And there's an arm race going on right now. Maybe a little one, but it's an arms race. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL stuff. I mean, we're getting into the thick of the NFL season. It's going to get crazy. You don't want to miss it. And look, maybe you just like to look at a guy that looks like Denzel Washington for a little bit. That's okay too, because I do look like him. And if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you for all the support you guys give to me. It truly means a lot. Just double check, double boomwalk check. Make sure that there's been no shenanigans going on at YouTube. Now, I'm going to jump right into this. I got to jump right into this because there's a lot going on today. A lot. Okay, first let's start with the Eagles. Obviously, we talked in a previous video about Sippos and how he's hurt and he's going to be gone for an extended period of time. The Eagles were going to sign a punter. Well, they did not waste any time. According to Adam Schefter, Eagles are signing former Titans Pro Bowl punter Brett Kern to replace punter and holder Aaron Sippos, I ever say his name right, who is out indefinitely after getting hurt Sunday per league source. Now, the thing you need to know about him is he's a three-time Pro Bowler, okay? Three-time Pro Bowler. Guy was a good punter for a long time. Here's where he ranked the last few seasons. In 2021, he was 24th in the league. 2020, he was 16th in the league. 2019, he was 4th. And then 2018, he was 5th in the league. Yards per punt, that is. So his yards per punt it's been getting worse every year. But the way I see it is the Eagles aren't going to punt that much anyways. Their offense is too potent. It's too good. And if you got a guy like that, especially with experience to come in, I think you'll be fine. I think the Eagles will be fine. He's 36 years old, I believe. I think Danny Jones was 37 when he punted with the Eagles the year we won the Super Bowl. So it is what it is. I think the Eagles, I think they're doing what they have to do. Also, we got to talk about this. Anthony Harris, okay? Anthony Harris was in for a visit with the Eagles today. The safety was with the Eagles. You guys know he got cut during training camp, but it looks like there's a good possibility, and I'm willing to bet there's almost likely going to happen, if it hasn't happened the time of this video. Now, this video may be a little late tonight, but I told you guys I'm working late tonight. I had to sneak home just to make this video. I have to go right back. It's going to be like 9:30 before I get home. But I told him, I said, I got to run to the house. I told my boss, I got to run to the house. I got things going on. My wife just locked her keys in the car, and I have to go see what's going on. Something about locking her keys in the car, and I'm going to have to go there real quick and you know, open the door for her. Okay, yeah, no problem. So I come run upstairs, boom, boom, bing, bang, boom. Now we're doing a video. And then I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to go back home, back to work, and I'm going to upload it eventually. So that's what's going on right now. But, well, what the hell was I saying? I'm always talking too much. You talk too much. You talk too much, you fat man. All right, but I forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay. So Anthony Harris was in for a visit. I expect them probably to sign him. They're going to need a safety for a few weeks. Blankenship will come back. Charles Gardner-Johnson will come back, but in the meantime, you need help. I do not trust Kevon Wallace. You do not trust Kevon Wallace. And that's Kevon Wallace doesn't trust Kevon Wallace. Where's Wallace, String? That's what I want to know. Where's Wallace? You know, great show. One of the greatest shows of all time, if you haven't seen it. The Wire. Check it out. Check it out. Now, before we get into the Cowboys, I got to bring up something about Jalen Hurts that I meant to bring up in the last video. Jalen Hurts currently is the leading candidate to be MVP. He is leading the MVP race. It's not just Eagle fans like me saying it. I was saying it for a few weeks. People say, no, it's crazy. It's not him. Because of the way he's played, especially the last few weeks. Jalen Hurts is now the favorite on many different sites to win the MVP. And shout out to DraftKings. It says DraftKings lists Hurts as a minus 115 to win the award. That means a $115 bet would win you $100, putting him ahead of Patrick Mahomes. And so you got Hurts 1, Mahomes at plus 150, Joe Burrow plus 750, Tua is plus 2,000, and Josh Allen is plus 2,000. The only guy I really see that could possibly match Jalen Hurts right now is Mahomes. Burrow maybe an outside shot, but that's not going to happen. I think right now Jalen Hurts is the hands-on favorite, no doubt about it. And I saw an interesting thing. It was by Dove Kleeman of NFL. He was talking about the young quarterbacks have been emerging over the course of the last 5 games. So here's what he said. Jalen Hurts' last 5 games: 14 touchdowns, 1 interception. Trevor Lawrence last 5 games: 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Burrow, he's been heating up too. 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And even Goff, last 5 games, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I wouldn't call Goff a young emerging quarterback, but I don't necessarily think he means a young quarterback. Just guys that have really come on. But Jalen Hurts is by far the odds-on favorite to win, and if he continues to do what he's done, there's no way it's not going to happen. There's no way he's not going to win the MVP. Now, winning the MVP is great and all, but you got to win a Super Bowl. I'd much rather win a Super Bowl MVP than an MVP. So, we just got to keep that in perspective. Now, speaking of trying to keep something in perspective, let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys for a second. The Dallas Cowboys have courted, they have wined, they have dined, they have done everything they can for Odell Beckham Jr. Okay? They wined him, dined him, 69 him. They've done it all. And yet, it don't look like it may happen. Or at least, it looks like that he's unable to perform, football duties, maybe this whole year. Which is not surprising. A guy coming back less than a year from a torn ACL is a problem. It's usually going to take them a full year. And I said this to Cowboy fans, and they got mad at me. But I said, if you signed Odell Beckham, I would be more scared of him and worried about him next year, not this year. This year, he doesn't scare me at all. Okay, so they haven't signed him yet. I don't know if they're going to sign him yet. But in the meantime, the Dallas Cowboys, because they got a big game coming with the Eagles, it's big time. It's crunch time, right? They went out and they got themselves a wide receiver. They got themselves a big, giant name wide receiver. It's just a little bit too late maybe in his career. He's 33 years old. I'm talking about T.Y. Hilton. Ed Werder said, less than a week after meeting with Odell Beckham Jr. and the day after James Washington made his Dallas debut without a reception, the Pound Cowboys signed unrestricted free agent T.Y. Hilton. Now, this is if I take my troll hat off, right? I take my troll hat off and I just put a nice Philly 500 unbiased fan. I'll say this: this is an interesting signing, okay? And this is the non-troll Philly 500. I'm just going to tell you what I honestly think. I think the T.Y. Hilton signing is an interesting signing, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily as impactful on the field as the Dallas Cowboy fans are hoping. Now, if he's in shape and he's ready to go and he's got some of his speed left, it definitely could help. It definitely could help. It's all going to depend on where T.Y. Hilton is at with his age, in his career, in shape, all those things. I just don't know. He had, 23 catches last year? Really didn't do anything. Kind of fell off the earth. And let's face it, if T.Y. Hilton had a lot left, he wouldn't have been an unrestricted free agent. So I'm not sure how much of this is going to help Dallas or not. Now you get T.Y. Hilton in his prime. You get T.Y. Hilton, with a few good years left or a few years ago. It's a great signing. It would be a great signing and a great matchup, and it could make Dallas a lot better offensively. I just don't know where T.Y. Hilton is. I don't know how much he has left. That's going to be the question. That's the unbiased response to T.Y. Hilton going. Now, the Philly 500 troll dude, me, I say he stinks. You got an old man with a cane, he stinks. He ain't got nothing left. See the difference? It's like I can do different things. That's why I'm an actor like Denzel Washington. I look like him, But in all seriousness, it's interesting. I just don't know what he has left, and until T.Y. Hilton goes out there and shows me what he can do, I'm not too worried about it. Now maybe you're in a situation where you're in a playoff game, he can make one or two plays, especially deep with his speed. That's great. But as far as the matchup with the Eagles that's brewing Christmas Eve, I don't think he's going to make a big difference because he's still going to be getting acclimated to the Cowboys. So I think it's an interesting signing. Let's face it, it's a little bit of desperation. Why the Dallas Cowboys waited this long and this late to go out and get a receiver is stupid, especially when they had Amari Cooper there last year and they just let him go for nothing. But it's all coming down to Christmas Eve. So I really think that T.Y. Hilton, if I was a Cowboy fan, I would think of it like this. I don't know what he has left, but it's worth bringing him in, taking a shot. That's how I would look at it, At the end of the day, T.Y. Hilton can't save Dallas. They can't save the Cowboys. Nothing can save the Cowboys to what is coming on Christmas Eve. A double moonwalking out of the ass with a little bit of eggnog and a little dash of cinnamon. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. The Eagles are coming for that title. The Eagles are coming for the conference. The Eagles are coming. Pause. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. We have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to Eagles Cowboys. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for this game. It's unfortunate we got to go through the whole Chicago Bear game. I didn't want to do that. I just want to skip over to the Dallas Cowboys Eagles game. That is going to be just about as epic as you can get, okay? I'm surprised this game isn't prime time, but thank goodness it's not. And it's during the day on Saturday on Christmas Eve because it could ruin my whole Christmas, okay? But this game is about as big as you could get for a playoff game. In Dallas, Christmas Eve, oh man, it does not get better than this. This is why I love football. This is why I love it. Denzel Washington out.